There we go. All right, I believe all of you can see my screen. If you can't, please let me know. Welcome to How to Build AI Skills for Your Career, our February edition. We've been doing this every month since since about August of last year, and the AI world continues to evolve and continues to grow, and uh, and we're excited to all have you here to continue learning all the skills that we have going on. My name is Albert. I'm the founder of Albert's List, and I will be your co-host today. And with me is my is the man that kicks ass with me. His name is Rene Tercios. He's the founder of a new hub, as well as many, many other things that he does in San Francisco that he'll talk about when he makes his introduction. And so, a little bit about me. I'm a product marketer and a job search guy, founder of Albert's List. We're a company that focuses on job search skills, AI skills, and helping you build your next side hustle. So you have the ultimate ability to never have to look for work again without trying too hard. Members have found work in our community at companies like Google, Cisco, GoPro, and Twitter. And if you want to connect with me on LinkedIn, the QR code is there at your disposal. Albert's List, we're a community of 50,400 members, mainly on Facebook, but you might have also discovered us through Meetup or Eventbrite or somebody's email list. And we welcome one and we welcome all, especially those who are willing to invest their time in education and learning. And so this is among many of our other programs that we do. And we encourage you to introduce yourself, get to know our members, network, and get the most out of your career, especially in a democratized world where some days you don't even have to spend money to get out of the house. You can literally sit on your computer on Zoom at home and meet new people from all over the world as you see out here. Renee, I'm going to let you introduce yourself.
All right, real quick, can you hear me okay?
Yep, you're great.
All right, fantastic. I just swapped mics because someone mentioned that my other mic wasn't too well, so I was like, let me check that real quick. So, hi, my name is Renee. I am based out of San Francisco. I go to a lot of hackathons. I've won and topped quite a few hackathons. I build a lot of products for a lot of different people. The cool part about me is I don't actually know how to read or write code. I only utilize AI. And that skill has given me an advantage over a lot of people to actually get things done much quicker and build on top of stacks that people just never thought was possible. And I train a lot of different people in the entire San Francisco area. So I'm Renee.
Excellent. And so you can connect with him on LinkedIn here through the QR code on the very right and towards the center. He's also the founder of O1 Hestia, which is a joint venture between him and many of us, where we're building an AI education platform. If you have any questions during the course of this webinar, you are encouraged to use the Q&A function or the webinar chat where we'll try to get to it. And I'm also going to go ahead and end our little poll that we've been doing. It's good to see so many of you are somewhat experienced in AI, and there are many of you here who are novices as well, and we hope that we can teach you something in today's webinar. All right. So before I move on, I want to give a little bit of an agenda of what we're talking about today, right? So I want to always give you an overview of AI, especially for the newbies here. I myself am not super technical, but I have a very, very base level understanding of how it works. We're going to talk about a little bit about how AI is impacting work, some of the latest advances, and then how to put your knowledge into action. And then we're going to end with a demo from Renee to just show you how quickly you can use AI and build your AI skills today in doing anything that you really want to. And in our particular use case, it's building a portfolio website for yourself so that you can showcase all of your career achievements and do it quickly. So, a little bit of an overview of AI is our first section here, and then we're going to talk a little about what AI is. AI at sea is a combination of machine learning, neural networks, natural language processing, and a little bit of robotics. And at the very, very base of it tends to be data. So anything, if you've used anything such as ChatGPT or Claude, those are all built on large language models, and these large language models can be structured or unstructured pieces of data that can include everything from text that's been found on the web to audio to video and everything and anything in between. And based on your ability to process that data and give prompts, you can go ahead and create what's known in the generative AI world as the content that you're putting out there in the world. And this can also include code, which is why you're seeing in today's world, you're seeing a lot of companies that are foregoing the hiring of software engineers because AI can do so much work at this point. And so, what are some of these technologies that exist in the generative AI landscape today? There's everything from ChatGPT and Copilot to Gemini to things like Jasper and what you can do in the Adobe Creative Suite. And everything today has a little bit of AI in it. Either usually mostly on the back end to help with automation and to also help make the product a lot better because it doesn't necessarily need so much software coding as much as it needs to build from what exists out there on the web today and and constantly be updating so that it can remain compelling and interesting to users such as you and I. So, just to go a little bit more, how is AI impacting work? I think this at this point has become a loaded question, but it's very compelling to see what happens. After all, Albert's List is a job search company, and we are here to help you not only land your next job, but also to help you figure out what your skills are so that you can be as attractive as a candidate as possible out there on the open market. And so by 2025, which is this year, there's expected to be a lot of jobs created, 97 million, while 85 million of jobs end up being displaced. And it's the usual things that you may expect for the jobs that are going to be created and the jobs that are going to be destroyed that are on this list. The jobs that tend to be destroyed tend to be those that are repeatable tasks, such as things that you might do in data entry or such as things that accountants may do, or things that may be around keeping data points or repairing machinery. Whereas jobs that have growing demand are those that support AI directly because you don't necessarily have that forward-thinking vision, or things that require a lot of nuance or a lot of new things that you're looking for as well, such as digital marketing or software application developers in net new areas. However, for a lot of these places, you may be seeing fewer roles, and that may also in itself be the result of AI as well. And so it's always important to be building those skills because you never know. You may not be replaced by AI, but as we like to say, you may be replaced by somebody who knows it. And so, how are companies using AI today? They're doing it in everything from search engine optimization to generating ideas to writing code to writing copy. I know I use AI to write website copy all the time, including nurture emails, communications, and so forth, because sometimes I just can't think of what to say, but I know what I want to say. And the better that I can prompt AI to say what I want to say, sometimes it could say it even better than I can. If any of these skills are maybe on your list, if maybe you're somebody who is a project manager, or if you're somebody who is a content writer, you may want to consider that some of these skills are directly threatening to your job. And so, if you learn how to do your job better with AI and become more productive, you are going to become a much more valuable employee. Top ways that business owners are using AI today is also very interesting on top of this list. And some of these things you have seen play out in the market. So, customer service is the most prevalent way that a lot of business owners are using AI because they can use chatbots. And I know Renee has an opinion or three on chatbots that he's going to talk to you about in a couple of minutes here. In addition to that, and I mean, even there, you have digital personal assistants at number three at 47%. You've got content production at 35%. You've got accounting at 30%, audience segmentation at 24%, recruiting and talent sourcing at 26%. These are all jobs that we've come to know and love over the years. Accounting also on there too, as you said, Harold. And that's also one thing that a lot of AI is starting to do as well, especially if you're a small business and you have the ability to tie in with your spending in your business account to see where your money is going in and out with cash flow. And from there, really maybe not even needing to have an accountant anymore, depending on the business. I would say there's probably still some sensitivity that companies need to follow along with. But overall, it is very much changing tides in a changing world out there. And this changing tide and changing world out there is also something that is in our political sphere as well. We're not going to get political here today, so do not worry. And I'm not going to encourage any political chat in the webinar either. But basically, what you should know is that AI is going to be a huge part of the Trump administration. For those of you who are in the United States, this matters. And for those of you who are not in the United States, this matters as well, because a lot of things that happen in the US tend to end up going out into the broader world, especially when it comes to technology proliferation. So, what matters, right? Number one is that Trump appointed entrepreneur and venture capitalist David Sachs to be his crypto and AI czar. And this happened back sometime in December. As you know, David Sachs is a well-known venture capitalist who also was on the, or is, or was on the All In podcast, and they call him Rain Man because he's been able to innovate and make a lot of money for a lot of people, especially for himself with a lot of startups. If you work at a company, for example, that has Yammer, David Sachs was the founder of Yammer, which sold to Microsoft for a huge sum of money. And what happened on day one of Trump's presidency is that he announced a $500 billion investment in AI with OpenAI, SoftBank, and Oracle. I forget the name of the project; it slips off of my mind right now. But it was very watershed because it just shows how much investment and how much mindshare we are putting Stargate. Yes, Project Stargate. How much mindshare we're putting into AI over the next couple of years. And then just a couple of days later, DeepSeek came out with their $5 to $6 million model and completely upended the market and is forcing everyone to think differently. And so wherever things are going right now, the basic point is that AI is here. It is normalized in our markets, normalized in our government, and normalized around the world. And so if you are here for the first time today and you have never done anything with AI, you are here on time. If you've been learning AI, you are doing great. But the time to learn AI is now. Do not be left behind. And so, you know, I think about AI a lot because I wonder about the direction that it's truly taking. And there are some things that I think about that really, I think, set it apart where with a lot of technologies, when it comes to like, say, the sharing economy or blockchain or even social media, when we learned about it all the way back in like the 2010s, is that a lot of these technologies weren't necessarily about hitting the moon, but landing somewhere in the stars. And what that means is that AI may not necessarily eventually be the silver bullet for all of your problems, but it's going to be a bullet for a lot of different challenges, and it's definitely going to impact you in one way or another. In fact, if you got an automated email from someone today, or you had somebody write a response to you in an email, AI probably played a part in some of that. And so it's going to touch every part of our lives. It's going to eliminate many jobs along the way too, but it's also going to create many more. And if you've been on an Albert's List webinar in the past 24 hours, you know that when it comes to AI, it is important that you can use it in many different manners. Whether it's figuring out your career roadmap, whether it's building skills so that you can start a side hustle, or whether it's just building skills in general and learning how to prompt, which is oftentimes the purpose of this webinar, and just showing you how easy AI can take it. AI is going to lead to a lot of new businesses too. So if you can create a future with it as an entrepreneur, it is also going to help you out a lot as well. And so I'm going to just talk a little bit about the latest advances in AI, some of these news pieces you probably have seen over the last month. Apparently, AI art can't be copywritten anymore. Google dropped a ban on using AI for weapons, which, depending on who you are, could be very worrisome or not. DeepSeek disrupted OpenAI's pricing, so that happened as well. And ex-Amazon Alexa employees lament a missed AI opportunity. Also, along the way, we've seen that Facebook and CEO Mark Zuckerberg went on Joe Rogan's podcast and said that a lot of mid-level software engineers are going to be eliminated because they can now code in AI. Now, some of this is marketing, some of it is reality, and so I would take that all with a grain of salt, with a we'll see. But once again, with where AI is going in the future, it is incredibly, incredibly important to at least get yourself some knowledge of it or all knowledge of it, in the case of Renee, who has built an entire business on it, which he'll talk about here in a little bit. So you might be wondering, how do you even learn AI? Before we hop into the demo, I want to also make you an offer because we also have teamed up here to offer an AI learning platform. And that AI learning platform is really here to help you make your applied knowledge into power. It's not just enough to know about AI, and downloading prompt ideas are fantastic, but you have to think strategically, think creatively, and think like an operator. So Renee and I have come together and we have created a platform called the O1 Hestia Academy, where for just $10 to $20 a month, you can learn AI skills based on curriculum that Renee has created based on what he's learned. And we'll come back to this a little bit later, but if you want to go ahead and point your phone at this QR code, you too can discover what it is that we have here and learn a little bit more. And what we have in there is we teach everything from web development and content development to how to prompt. And we have new courses every single month that we develop in there. And these are both online. And if you happen to be in San Francisco, you can also see Renee in person for some of his courses as well. So without further ado, I'm actually going to go ahead and stop sharing my screen. I'm going to hand it over to Renee and actually make him co-host of this webinar so that he can share a little bit of what he can do with AI and really quickly.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much, Albert. I really appreciate this. Hi, everybody. Again, my name is Renee. I appreciate being here. I'm going to show you guys a little bit about like the future of web development and just development in general and how you can utilize it yourself to maybe save some money or make some money or even help change your life. Not everything has to be financially based. Sometimes it could just be like solving a problem that you really need solved and it just does it. And then you can just move on with your life. So first of all, let me talk to you guys a little bit. So currently how people code, well, let me give you a little background. Whenever you start coding, normally you're gonna have to use like these things called IDEs, and you're gonna mostly hear of one called Visual Studio Code. And this one is the most common one. You'll go in here and you'll build your code and you'll deploy it to the internet. But the thing is, unless you're very aware of everything in this platform, it's going to be really hard for you to be able to actually do any of that. Because whenever I first started trying to learn how to code, I just went into this raw. I thought, what if I just spend like a day in there? I'm sure I'll figure it out. That's how I figure out most of this stuff. That's how I figure out Unreal Engine. That's how I figure out most like things that I've worked in. This was not the case. This is very difficult. I realized very early on in my career, I was like, hey, learning how to use this tool is like terrible because like okay, this is open a folder, this is clone repository, this is search, this is like all these things. Where do I go to create a file? Where how do I get this thing started? How do I go like what where like there's so many questions. And the thing is, I wanted to go and figure out is there any tool that I could use that I could say like, hey, let me just make this easy, and all I need to focus on is the coding because I was at the time going to try to learn how to code. So what I came across is this website called Replit. Replit.com is a website that allows you to go and build all kinds of products, websites, and all kinds of stuff. Now, the cool part about Replit is you can do it rather in a way where you can, let's say, go here to this HTML one. I'm just going to create something real quick, where you could actually go and go in here. You can see your code. You already get something started. If you wanted to test it, you click run and you get this. Okay, this is a good point. This is a good starting point. Now I have something to get me going, and then I can go and just build a code from here. And then whenever I need it to put to the internet, I just click the deploy button and it's done like in the matter of like less than a minute. So how people currently code is they on the other stuff like Visual Studio Code or Cursor and stuff, what they do is they'll normally do this copy paste stuff. So what I'm gonna do, I have this downloaded on my computer, so I'm just gonna show it here. I'm gonna say, hey, I want to build a car landing page using HTML, CSS, and JS files. Please give me 3. Now let me explain what I just asked it. So like these are words that normally you would have to know. You would normally have to know what an HTML is, a CSS, a JS, and just to make it make sense for you, an HTML file if you think about this like in the terms of a house, an HTML file is similar to like the structure of the house. So it's like the walls, it's the bones of the house, the structure. CSS is what makes it looks pretty. So it's like the color, it's the way like everything is designed, the aesthetic, all that. That's CSS. And then also what makes things run, the electricity, the power, the water, all this stuff. That's all run through JS, JavaScript. So generate all three. Uh, what? Generate one for this demo and give me three files. So this is what you would normally do. You would ask your AI to go and just build your code, and it's going to build the code. And then you just take your code and you bring it back so that way you can actually go and do something with it. Now this is okay. This is like it's good enough for like if you're getting into coding and stuff, like if you want to get something started, like this definitely will get you somewhere because normally you would have to spend months learning how to do like all these little like this meta, this type, like all this stuff that I don't really even want to know. And it's gonna be very, very annoying. So like let me copy this over. Now it's much faster. Um, So like it's generating these files and stuff for me, but it's like it's super slow. And this is just going to be like really inefficient. So I'm going to go ahead and skip this because I don't think this is how people should be coding. So what I do and what I believe people are going to start doing is just talking to an AI in the sense that where you can talk to an AI and the AI will be able to actually build out all your code for you. So I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to say build me a car landing page for selling Ferraris. Sure, whatever. Start building. So this is really cool because now I'm not going to be thinking as much about like all the technicals, all the like pieces, how do I copy these files in? How do I do all that? No. We're going to make it easy. This tool is going to make it to where all I have to do is talk to this AI. It'll build the code for me, and then we'll have a product that we can test. It's going to be great. I'm just going to approve this plan and start it. So to give you a little bit more view on the left, these are the code that's being updated, built, and stuff as we go. You can see them being built here also in real time. So you'll start noticing that some of these files will start getting updates, just like all kinds of different stuff. This is all being added into here. And once it's done, you're going to have a product. And this product is going to be your website to do whatever it is. So like, let's say you're someone that like you make clothes. Great. You have some photos of your clothes. You got some kind of logos or any of these designs or anything. Take all that, bring it to this AI. Let your AI build you a website where you can go and sell your stuff. Make some money off of it. Make a place where people can go and actually come to you via foot traffic. Because right now, a lot of people, like even here in San Francisco, the foot traffic that only comes on the streets, that's only so much. But whenever you go and start allowing people to go online, your foot traffic is exponential, and it's possible to go and scale that and completely change your life. But foot traffic in person is a lot harder to go and make that happen. Sorry, this thing is almost done. Okay, cool. So we got something. Hold on. So, okay, that's interesting. Oh, oh, did it just crash? Oh, okay. This is normally this doesn't happen during demos. I've never had this issue. It seems like something went wrong while I was building it, so I'm gonna just let it fix itself. Which is also the cool part about it, that the AI can go and just fix itself. Some tools while it goes and builds this out and fixes itself, I'm going to show you is like Windsurf. Windsurf is a product that also people use where they can just talk to the AI and the AI can also do the same thing. Another tool would be Lovable. Lovable is another tool where you can go and just talk to the AI and the AI will actually build out the rest of your code for you. I just normally prefer Replit. However, I don't know what just happened. So I'm going to check what's going on. There. And just in case, I'm going to go ahead and run a second one because I don't want to go and be waiting all day for no reason. Normally this can fix itself, but I've literally never seen this thing before. Hey Albert, while this happens, is there any questions in the chat?
Yeah, so they're asking what tool you're using. So we're just mentioning that it's Replit. And I guess folks are wondering if you can use this in the free version.
Yes, you can. You get 10 free credits, so 10 free checkpoints. So these things will use what's called checkpoints. So like over here, this would normally cost me 25 cents. Or I guess this thing did cost me, but whatever, I don't care. So whenever it does like all the building, it costs you 25 cents just to do that. So on a free account right now, you get 10 a month. So in the total cost, that's $2.50. So if you got 10 bucks, get yourself 40 shots. Put 40 shots on a replicate agent on being able to build whatever product you're trying to build, you might get something pretty good.
So
Normally most of the products that I work on are between like are between like 10 and 500. It really depends. Some projects I can just they'll pay me, you know, two, three, $5,000 and it costed me like a total $3. But sometimes I end up paying like $20, $30.
so do we need to learn HTML, CSS, and JavaScript still?
Nope. All you need to know is how to use just English language. In this case, is what you would do.
And
I'm
then
just checking.
how do you know what to put within what files? I understand copy pasting into a blank HTML file, but it seems like you have folders. Can you talk?
Yes, so that's the thing about the past. Like having to learn how to go and like do all that copy pasting is very, very trivial, very hard. I wouldn't want to know like, hey, I need to go to this specific UI, into this specific folder, into this specific here, and go into here. Like, I don't want to do any of that. I just want the AI to do it. So I can focus on actually building stuff that's important. So let me pop this up. Let me see if this thing doesn't break on me. Okay, great. Yeah, I don't know what the heck happened on that first one, but cool. So Ferrari S59, whatever. Cool. Look at this. Beautiful, beautiful, amazing, fantastic. So this is a good little starter point. So like from here, this again, 25 cents. So if I say from here, like, hey, I want to go and add a chatbot to this website, I'm going to go ahead and close the other one because this one I feel like is just going to be an issue. And I don't know what the heck happened the first time. So I can be like, hey, let's add a chatbot in here to help sell these Ferraris. So I can just go here. I'm going to add the database just so that way it has a database. I can go and rather ask the AI directly, like, hey, can you go ahead and integrate an AI chatbot onto the website to go and be able to do this, which is what you would normally do. However, because I'm a guy that likes to make things a little bit easier, I'm going to just show you guys what I would do. So I'm going to go to this cool little website. It's called agencies.co. This is something that I'm also working on. I've been working on this for like a little bit less than a month. This is an AI agent tool where you can go and build AI agents. So I can just go in here, sign in. I'm going to create an agent. I'm going to say Ferrari car salesman, generate template. And this is great because I'm a lazy guy. I like to have fun and drink. And so I'm going to make it as easy as possible for myself. So what I did is I just made it create all this info. I could turn this on, but there's no real reason for me to turn this on. So I'm just going to create the agent. Boom, Ferrari sales agent. So let me talk to it real quick. What up? Hi. Oh God. I can't even say that word, but this sounds like a Ferrari sales agent. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put this on my website. So I'm going to take this get embed code. There's whenever you take this little code and you put it on your website, it'll actually add an AI chatbot to your website. So I can do dark, I can do light, I can put them in different parts of the website, but I'm just going to copy this for now. And I'm going to go over to my Ferrari. Uh, looks great. Please add this to the website. It, yeah. Or yeah. Let's see if it does it. I don't know if it'll do it, but we'll see if it does it. Like the best part is like you guys will also know that this is an AI chatbot that's being added. I'm not even telling it that it's adding an AI chatbot. However, it recognizes that this is a chat widget. So it already knows that there's something going to be added, but it doesn't care. It's just going to do it. And if this thing works, and I'll show you guys how like it normally would work. Like if I went to that other one that I made earlier, because this is just going to be a little bit faster. So in here, I'm going to ask this AI, hey, add this to the website. Just so it's a little bit, just to see what happens. Let's see. Oh, hey, look, see this Ferrari website? If I click this little thing, cool. I was kind of worried if this would not work or not, but hell yeah. So, hey, hi, wow, ciao, look at that. Benissimo, or whatever the heck. Okay, now I'm feeling racist for saying these words. But yes, this is very cool. So the cool part is you can go and take your AI agent directly, being built and just add it to your website extremely quickly. If you want to go and add it to a product that you build, you can just go here into contacts and you have a little curl here to go in and explain everything and have things done. And you can just put into any of your products. The cool part is these AI agents will also have access to other tools that allow them to search the web, have access to their own crypto wallets and other stuff. Right now, the only tool that I have active is code execution because I'm testing everything else before I put it into production. Because as soon as I put it into production, I am liable for any legal stuff that happens from you guys if you guys do anything crazy on my website. So I need to make sure that I don't do anything crazy, which is why I'm waiting a little bit more before I push out some of these. But we're going to have some really cool things. You'll even be able to go and have your store where you can go and put an item here, and then your AI will be able to go and sell your item directly from here, make you money, put into your crypto wallet or whatever. And then all you did is just put that little piece of code onto your website, and now you have a chat support that's making you money directly off that. That's agencies.co. Check it out. It's free. We're this weekend have a hackathon called Love Hacks here in San Francisco at DG717. We're also going to be showcasing this. We have already quite a few developers using it. It's very new. Just try it out. And then also I want to go and talk about our thing O1 Hestia. So O1 Hestia is our learning platform where we go and teach you guys how to go and use AI for coding. We also add our own AI agent builder in there so you can go and do your own stuff. And the cool part is if you ever want to go and see where we are in person and stuff, we're going to have them all listed here. We'll have the links and everything where you can come to any of our in-person classes and our upcoming online classes also. So you'll be able to go and keep up to date with us all through here on O1 Hestia. So please go and check it out. We're a cool little company. This is what you'll see when you log in. You can get a premium account, you can get a free account, you start off with a free account, but we will be adding more and more stuff to it. It is only $20 right now. We are giving you guys a code that will be for 50% off, so that you guys can get it for $10. AI chatbots, there's course content, but check it out. It's o1hefsia.com. And yeah, so this is pretty much all I wanted to show you guys, that like you guys can do it too. Anybody can build products with AI nowadays. And I really think that if you just go in and say like, hey, what kind of problems do people have? Just look around, see what kind of money would they spend to solve it. Someone's like, hey, bro, like I have this company, we do this, and we really need this thing solved. We don't have anybody that can do this. And if someone would do this, we would pay them $20,000. Cool, try it. Just do it, make some money, and have fun. And I'm gonna then start just letting people talk and stuff. I'm gonna go back to the mutual screen here. So let me see. I have a Q&A here. Just tried making a landing page for a dating app on Replit. Very cool. Took like 3 minutes. Will the premium version allow unlimited scaling as well? Yes, it does. So scaling is more for like whenever you go and deploy, your thing online, your website, so like you go to o1hestia.com, that's a deployed website. I can set it up so that way if like let's say 100 people come in, my website doesn't crash, or 10,000 people come in and my website doesn't crash. Because that does happen, but you can set it up. Yeah, it's pretty quick. Yes, Love Hacks in SF. That is correct. That is the correct name of the hackathon. Are we able to connect or upload this landing page along with the code to a live domain? You just click the deploy button, and here, let me just share this real quick. So let me go back to Replit. Like Replit is so cool. Oh, by the way, everything on agencies.co has been built with Replit. I can't read or write code. Remember that. I just know how to use AI extremely well. So here, if I went back to Ferrari Showcase 1, all I need to do is go up here to deploy, and I have a couple options. So I can rather click reserved or auto scale. Now, the AI agent automatically, see how it says chosen by agent, was like, hey, Renee, for doing this, you're going to want the auto scale. And it could be right because this allows you to go and if you have like a high amount of people and stuff goes viral, your website doesn't just crash on you and you don't die. I can't afford those rates though. So I use a reserve VM, meaning I pay a total of $6.40 a month to host any of my websites. Pretty cheap. I own my own domain through GoDaddy, so I can just link it in there. But it's great. It's awesome. Where do we host it? You host it on Replit directly. It's just easier. All right. Do we have any more questions? Oh, there's another
How do you
QA.
link the domain?
I can't show that right now, but whenever you click deploy and it's fully deployed, there's a little drop down that says link a domain and you just link your domain. It's very quick. It's like two copy paste things into your GoDaddy. I actually think I show it also in our online stuff. But yeah.
All right. I love that people are impressed.
Yeah. And yeah, no, you don't need to learn HTML, CSS, JavaScript, React, Python, Node.js. You don't need to know Rust. You don't need to know any of that. You just need to know what you want to do and then talk to the AI.
All right. How do I learn AI? Where do I start? Yes, this session is recorded for those wondering.
Well, people that want to learn AI should just go to o1hestia.com, get a subscription real quick, learn more about these tools that we have on there because it'll explain a lot about like just different stuff and then grow from there. Because the cool part is like AI is very intuitive for us. Like me, I am very good at just talking and being able to chat with like you guys and with Albert and it's all in English for me. As long as you know how to have a conversation and be clear with what you're trying to say, it's all good. So yeah.
How do we learn more about AI if we are currently financially challenged?
Honestly, my guy, you should just use the AI instead. So what I would recommend is if you I mean my website aiagencies.com agencies.co is obviously like an AI agent thing, but I would actually recommend also this website called aistudio.google.com because you can go there directly test different AI products to understand like how different like what let me real quick share my screen on that one. I can show that. That one's not bad. AI Studio. Oh, AI. But this is really cool. I love this website. This is one of my secret tools that I use all the time. And people are like, Renee, why do you use it? And people don't understand, but I'm gonna make you guys understand it. So again, I don't know how to read or write code, but I'm very passionate about building AI products. So one thing I can do is with this thing, this is an AI builder. So I can go in here, I can look at the models, I can read everything, I can understand everything. I can try to see like what would make sense and then like swap my stuff in so I can, try to make money off of whatever product I'm building. So let's say I want to do Gemini 2.0 Flash. This has a token count of 1 million. Just ask this AI, hey, what does this mean? It'll explain everything to you. And let's say I want the AI to also have code execution. So now it can also execute code in your prompt. So you can talk to it, directly test it in here just like you would in agencies. However, the cool part is you get this little get code. Now, this get code works in a lot of different languages. Now, I primarily build stuff in React, so I know I'm going to need JavaScript. It doesn't matter. Just take Python or JavaScript, either one, or even just take curl. Bring it to your AI, and your AI will be able to help with you. But I think what you should do is go to JavaScript, click API documents, and then here in API documents, there's a whole lot of documentation on like how to build with this stuff. And the coolest part, if you go here on the top left and click get API key, you'll get an API key, and your API key will give you $1,000 credit. So now you can go and use $1,000 credit to go and just build stuff. Have fun, build stuff, enjoy it. All right, cool. Is there another QA right there? Trying to view the curriculum one has set. Is it only visible after we sign up? So, I have it set up to where, when you sign up, you get a free account. You start off with a free account. Whenever you go and get a paid account, the rest of the videos will open, but we only go and show you the one free video because we are trying to go and specifically charge for this one product. In fact, we're going to be probably going to be like tripling down specifically on the videos because we believe that a lot of the tools we're going to probably implement them into other systems, and we just want to give you guys the best education on what currently happens. Because I've been through a lot. I build a lot of stuff for a lot of people, and I think that anybody can code. And a lot of people don't like me to say that, but if everybody can code and we can all help change our own lives, we can make some money too. And that's what I want to do. Yep.
Love it. All right. Any other questions? We'll follow up with Owen Hestia. We'll also follow up with the recording to the video. Um, yeah.
The talk on February 19th also is not going to be the same. It's by a different guy.
How can you be
I'm,
sure to what's created by AI is completely correct, especially if you can't code?
oh, that's a great question. All you need to do is test it. It doesn't matter if the code you can't read or write. If you click the button and the button didn't do 100% what you wanted to do, or it even created something else that was very altruitive, you know something's wrong. You can tell the AI, hey, something's wrong. You can even have the AI put debug to make sure that it's all secure and stuff. But yeah, it's great.
Awesome. Would you mind
Oh,
sharing?
here, let me get that
Let's
link
do
real
the
quick.
code. Yeah.
Yeah, if you're here in San Francisco or in the Bay Area, you should definitely be coming to this tomorrow. And love hack, love hack or love hacks. There you go. It's in the chat now. Yes, please come to any hackathons that I'm at because I love to meet people and stuff. So yeah. And if you guys ever feel like you guys want to do stuff, just reach out. I'm always willing to work with people just because I think it's fun and I like to help change people.
All right. Cool. Excellent content. People loved it. Cool.
Fantastic. Thank you
Any
guys.
other
I appreciate
questions?
y'all being here.
If not, this is a Zoom webinar. I love it.
This was a very quick webinar.
All right. Well, if there's no other questions, feel free to connect with Renee on LinkedIn. Feel free to join us at o1hestia.com, and we'll be following up with a recording for today. We've got a lot more going on, and check us out on Eventbrite with our events this month, next month, and all the way going into April. Until next time, best of luck with your AI learning, and we will see you soon. And we will send that discount, so watch out for it. See ya.